Hey there, this is Brian with CompanyCam. I'm going to show you a demo on how to use the mobile version of CompanyCam today. You'll open up the app just like any other app on your phone. What you're going to see here is the project feed. Now, I'm doing a demo out of our White Castle Roofing account. White Castle Roofing is one of our first clients, and so we'll do a demo. And so what you're going to see in this feed is photos that are actually populating in real time throughout the project. And I'll walk you through how to use this in the field. CompanyCam is a phenomenal tool for being able to have all your photos organized by GPS location and time-stamped so that you as a business owner or you as an employee can have a live feed of what's going on at every job site throughout the company. Like I said, up here at the top, you're seeing the White Castle Roofing feed. And what I'm going to do is click on these three buttons here, and there's a bunch of different options that you can do within this menu. Now, if you want to change your photo, you can set that up. If you're confused on what to do or you need to change some settings, anytime you see a gear, whether it's here or on the camera screen, that's where your camera is going to be. A lot of different settings that you can set up and have that do. There's different things that are controlling your account. You can set the push notifications, all sorts of different things that you can set right here in the app. So here you could create a new project from here, but there's a more simple way that you can do that I'm going to show you in just a second. You can add other users. You can also chat with support. The great thing about CompanyCam is that all of our developers are right here in America and just in the same building as me. And so if you have an issue with it, I can walk down to that development office, that side of the office, ask what's going on, and we can have that fixed for you in a matter of time. We don't have to call overseas. The other thing that you can do under this help center is be able to pull up all sorts of tutorials and different questions that other people have asked that you may have had the same issue that you're having. Now, this is your home screen. This is what's going to happen right when you open the app. You can set this to be the project feed, nearby project, company photos, or photos that you've taken, or you can have your different groups displayed within the app. Typically, what's going to have in its preset is this project feed, and so what you can do is either you can go into one of the projects that are currently being taken photos of, or you can click here on this red camera button, and what that's going to do is bring you to this screen. And it's also going to pull up the projects that are closest to you. Right here at 808 P Street, downtown in Lincoln, Nebraska, we have an account that we do a lot of demo pictures out of, or you can create a new project. If you create a new project, it's going to bring you to this screen. That's going to be pulling the GPS location from your phone, and you can actually move that pin if you're not exactly correct and you needed to move it somewhere else. From there, once you have the pin in the right place, you just tap this green create button right here. You can name the project, whatever you'd need to name it, and then you would click take a photo here, and it's going to bring you to the photo screen. For demonstration purposes, I'll just click back out of here and go into a project that's already been created. If you choose to do so, or somebody in your office already created the projects, they're already going to be created anyway. So now that you're at the camera screen, this is going to be where you take photos. This is your edit mode button. This is your photo tray where the photos are going to populate later on. This could flip the camera around if you wanted to take selfies. You're probably not going to use this very often. And if you're in a dark situation and need a flashlight, this is where you would select that. Again, your wheel up here would be where you would change your settings, and then these are the different types of functions you can do. The majority of time you're going to spend right here on the photo. And so as I lift this up, you can see I can take photos over and over again if the edit mode's not on, and where those are populating is right down in the bottom left of the camera screen. If I want to select one of those photos and notate something on it, I can do so just by clicking on it, and then this menu comes up on this right side. Here I can use this to enhance the communication that if a picture says 1,000 words, a picture with annotation says 1,500 or 2,000. I don't know exactly the math, but you can figure that out with your team. There's a squiggly line that you can draw on a photo if you'd need to. I'm no artist, so I'm going to take that off. You can put text on it. If you had a measurement or a different thing, you could put that on it. You can put the timestamp on it so they know exactly when that photo was taken and where it was taken. Or you can put an arrow on it and be able to draw here. So if you needed to say replace the drop ceiling, you could do so. And it could be a draw and an arrow to it, and then as soon as you hit save, that's going to store into your phone. But you can also, on any of the photos, put a tag on there. These are tags that are preset for White Castle Roofing, but you can customize these tags from the office on the web version. Once you tag a photo, it's going to be categorized with all the other ones. Let's say you need to get somebody's attention on your team. You can hit the comment thing, I can comment on there, and I'll actually go to myself so you can see what it looks like. If I have this and I'm mentioned in a photo, I'm going to get a notification. When I go to check that notification, if I have the phone open, that's what it's going to say, and if I click on that, it's going to take me right to that photo. But if I leave that alone and let it go away and I save it, I'll show you what it looks like on the home screen in just a second. But the last thing that you can do is be able to record a voice note on the photo. So let's say you're not big onto typing, but you need to remember something about this photo. You just click right there, and right now it's recording my voice. You can record up to 30 seconds on a voice note on every photo that you take. You hit there, you click save, and that voice note is now attached to the photo. So let's say I needed someone to check this out, but I also wanted to give them more details, but I didn't want to type all that out. When they go to this photo, and I'm going to show you that in just a second, they can check that out and then listen to that voice note. So I hit save and I go done, and I want to be able to show you what that notification looks like. It's right there, that bell in my top right of my screen. So if I click on that bell, I'm going to say, oh, check this out. Then I go and click on it, and it takes me right to the photo that I was just at. Then I can hit to, I'm listening to myself, play feedback. It's just as ugly as you're hearing it, and it's in my headphones though, so that you guys can hear me clearly. I can do that. I can continue to edit if I need to, or once I've seen what they need me to see, I can comment back. So what you've seen here is basically how to take the photos, how to edit, how to comment, how to do that. But as you're seeing those photos that I took populate, they're populating in real time on your phone as well. Those photos that I took are populating right here that you saw me take just a minute ago, including the annotations, including the comments, and if I had to put a tag on there, those would be there too. But let's say you have two projects next to each other and you want to take a photo at a specific one, you just click the camera at that project. So if I click on that project, the photos that I take right here are going to be populating right back into that feed. The last thing I want to show you real quick that's real important is being able to take really pristine before and after pictures. The before and after function is right here. So when I click on that, what that's going to do is get me started in a process to do that. The difficult thing about before and after photos is being able to line it up right. So if I click on this photo and I choose to use it right here, what that's going to do is it's going to leave an overlay on my screen. And so when I go to line up the after photo, I can get my photo just where I was, and I'll actually just stick my hand up there so there's something a little bit different. I take that photo, and then it drops into these templates where your logo will be set with your company's logo in there. And you can see, obviously, there's a lot of different options to be able to show off the great work that you've done at the project and be able to put that right onto your social media. Because as soon as I hit save on this photo, I can upload that, I can text it right to a customer, I can share this, I can send it in a text message, I can put it on our company's Facebook page, or whatever I need to do to be able to show that off. Once you've created that before and after photo, it's going to be stored in those photos from that project as well. So if I click back into this project, I can see that before and after photo that I took. I can edit or comment or tag it later on, just like anything else that I was doing. All in all, that's the basis of the web or the mobile version of CompanyCam. One great feature that I haven't shown you yet that I want to do before I let you go is this search function. If you can't find something and you know, maybe I commented on it, or maybe I said check this out, or maybe I signed it, or I know that Joe took this picture, I can search by project, I can search by user, I can search words that were in a comment. And that's a very powerful search feature that CompanyCam has if you're looking for a photo later and maybe you need to show a client. But I've taken enough of your time. This is the mobile version of CompanyCam. Thanks for checking this out. I hope that you're up in the field. If you have questions, feel free to email me, brian.dighton@companycam.com, or go ahead and give me a call right to my line, which is 402-413-1409.